Okay, people. I was actually going to do a video about something else this morning, and then I was scrolling through my FYPs, and again, I'm getting like bombarded, and I mean, like, it's like almost every single video is about your twin flame and reuniting, and okay, there's a couple things I want to touch on here that I know in my heart to be true, okay? One, Source, God, whatever you want to call it, is an endless energy, okay? Endless. It never stops. It's always expanding. It's always growing. It's endless. We are made in Source's image. That means we are endless. Our energy is endless. And as long as we continue to seek growth and understanding and self-awareness, it will always be endless. I mean, sometimes we get stuck, right? And some of us have to come back for another Earth Game lesson. I'm pretty sure by looking at my hands, if anyone's a palm reader, I have like been reincarnated endless times. And the reason why this is kind of a fun concept for me is because that means as an endless energy ourselves, we can have the potential to reincarnate endless times. And I strongly believe that some of the people I've connected with in my life are soul connections, but some of them are actually other versions of me, because I can really see myself in them. But they're versions of me who aren't ready for the self-awareness or the journey that I'm on. But it doesn't mean that by meeting me and by me being me with them, that I haven't had a positive impact on their existence. And one of the things I've been shown in my visions is that as a twin flame, or whatever you want to call it, whatever name you want to call it, what it is that our higher self gives every single part of it that's reincarnated the opportunity to awaken to the awareness of all, that we are all one. We get hooked on these obsessions of falling in love and finding that partner because we actually do need to find our opposite. We do need to find the energy that's going to help us keep spinning in the right direction as we help them spin in the right direction. But when we connect, because we're spinning in opposite directions, and we connect and we actually attract the other versions of ourselves to the highest timeline as well. Because we have become a singularity in a way, right? Like when two atoms and spinning opposite directions, right? And they get pulled together. Think supernova. I'm not good at remembering all the scientific terms, so you're gonna have to Google that stuff. Bigger the word, the less likely I am to remember it. Unless, of course, it's a really inappropriate time that has absolutely no purpose for the big word, then I will remember it. Whatever. But so what happens is if one part of the higher self activates, right? So for instance, in this life, in this timeline, I've been activated and I'm waking up. So whoever my twin flame is going to be, let's not call them a twin flame. Let's call them our soul opposite or counterpart, or our, I need another word. I hate the word twin flame. It's been too pop cultured. Do you know what I mean? There's too many versions of it out there now, and a lot of fear mongering behind it. And that is something that I think we need to be very aware of. Anything that makes you feel like time isn't on your side, time's running out, you better do this, or anything that makes you feel like you might lose love is wrong, okay? So any story out there, whether it's from a twin flame perspective or love or money, anything that promotes fear or the sense of lack is not a good thing, okay? And my pet peeve with all these freaking twin flame things is it's feeding into how the ego manipulates our mind into thinking that love can only be found outside of us. The reason why so many twin flame gurus and love coaches tell you to focus inward is because even if one specific person that you think is your twin flame gets stuck in fear, or they get stuck in that, unworthiness feeling, and they're not ready to break out of it yet because they're doing their own journey, right? It doesn't mean another part of your soul, your higher self, isn't going to actually be activated. And you're going to recognize yourself in that new person just as much as you did the first person. But the problem is sometimes we meet the first person before we've fully awakened, before we've fully elevated, and we kind of get stuck on them and we kind of fixate on them, thinking that that's the only person in the world that's going to ever make us happy, not realizing that the reason why they make us happy is because we see ourselves in them. Now I want you to stop and think about that. If you see yourself in someone before you've reached the point in your healing journey where you've learned to fully love and accept yourself, is that the person you genuinely want to be with for the rest of your life? Or do you want a version of them, or a version of yourself, let's say, that has actually learned that the trick to love is learning how to love all your parts inside, loving all of you, and loving yourself the way you wish somebody else had loved you your whole life, learning that you are worthy and everything about you is perfect. Even the parts that seem like they're flaws or that society's norms would deem as bad, they're perfect because you're exactly who you're meant to be exactly now in this moment. And you are perfect the way you are right now. I don't care what anyone else says. You wouldn't be here if you weren't. You're doing exactly what you're meant to do. Whatever your journey is, whatever your soul contract is, whatever your highest purpose is, even if you think you're not doing it, you're doing it. It just is. Some things just are. And because it's not, our journey's not focused on details. It's not about whether we're wearing the right clothes or cutting our hair the right way or living in the right place or having the right job. Those aren't the details that matter. The details that matter is what's going on inside of us. That's why you're always in the right place. Because you can't be more perfect than you are right now. Now is just now. It's always now. Your highest timeline is now because it's now. Everything's now. I know, isn't that a hard one to wrap your brain around? So these FYP videos I've been getting about twin flames and union, and it's like never stops, okay? For me, it's insane. But I think what it is that I'm seeing these people striving for love and so desperate for connection that I'm here to tell you the connection is going to happen inside of you. You have to let go of the detail of it being a specific person. You have to let go of the detail that it's going to happen this way or that way. And you may even have visions of a specific person in your mind because, maybe that person represents an energy to you. But it doesn't mean it's going to be that specific person. It just means that that's the energy. And it might even be that you can see the potential in the person, not even who they are right there in the moment. And that is dangerous. Because you're seeing a mirror of yourself and you're seeing your own potential. But instead of you acknowledging that it's your own potential you see in the person and focusing on all the great things that you know are inside of you, you've labeled it that it's their potential. And now you've given it a label, you've given it a definition, you've connected, attached it to somebody else, and now again you're seeking for something outside of you to be true, when it should be something inside of you that's true. It is really hard after growing up in Western colonized culture to believe that love is something that we find within ourselves by connecting to ourselves, by connecting to the divine, to our higher self, to our spirit guides. And part of it is too, because in a physical 3D world, our body actually does crave physical touch. We do get chemical reactions, right? Like it feels good to be hugged, to be kissed, to be held. And so we do crave that. And we crave it so badly though sometimes that we're willing to, what's the word I'm looking for? We're willing to sacrifice parts of ourselves, parts of our integrity, and ignore those warnings inside of our heart that say, something's off here, in order to try to make, and I'm saying this, make, like force a love to be real that isn't real. Stop focusing on twin flames. Stop focusing on soulmates. Stop looking for the answer outside of you. It won't make you happy, I swear. Your most amazing love story starts inside of you. I promise. I love you guys. Have a great day.